Brad asked me if I would do an editing session, and I've done this before. I did one in Launceston in Tasmania, and we spent several hours doing it, and also in Sydney we did this editing session, and it is really time consuming to do. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do something a little more informal, and we'll go as long as we possibly can. So I'm going to show you some live editing, and we're going to talk about some stuff, and you guys can ask some questions to keep them kind of shortish, and because, you know, just for time reasons, and plus because I'm happy to spend time with you just like one-on-one to explain things. I got some really great comments from you afterwards. I appreciate it. I love feedback, and I'm able to understand my audience of what you know, because it's really different talking to skeptics than maybe talking to a different group or that kind of thing. You guys already have a certain kind of knowledge of where I'm going with this. So, all right, so I'm going to go over some basics so that you guys kind of understand. I like the, oh, there she is. You were telling me that you hadn't really thought about Wikipedia before. And you really hadn't, and I've heard that several times and you know, in lectures I've done in the past. They're like, I really didn't understand that anybody could edit it. And I didn't really kind of understand how these decisions are made. And one of the things I should clear up really quickly is people always seem to ask me, who approves your edits? Who decides who gets to make the edits? Who decides all these kinds of things? And it's like, there is no approval necessarily. It is a consensus. So like if you imagine that you guys are all editors, and you're all sitting in the room, and you virtually have your little computers out, and you look at it and go, no, that doesn't follow the rules. You can change it. You can move it, you can change it, you can delete it, you can do many different things. So there is no real consensus. It's a discussion. So if there's a problem with a page that somebody doesn't like, then we move the conversation over to the talk page. And so I'm going to go through some of the basics. This is what you're looking at as a regular Wikipedia page here. This is the New Zealand Skeptics page. Isn't this freaking awesome? Look at this. I have added the conferences, and this took a lot of work because you guys weren't, and I'm saying you guys, meaning not you personally, but the New Zealand Skeptics in the past, I guess you didn't know you were going to be a thing. And going from, your first conferences was 1986. Can you imagine that? That's like almost the oldest skeptic group meeting continuously. That is a long time. You have a long, wonderful history. 1986. But to gather this information was a nightmare because nobody's been keeping track of it. You've been keeping it maybe in a magazine somewhere, but I don't have access to your magazine. Look, there's all kinds of stuff that's missing. I don't know who was there. I don't know the dates. We don't know any of this. This is just stuff I gathered just, you know, with about 4 of us trying to put this together. It's just not there. It's not, you know, it wasn't collected. I can't just put up your pictures. I have to have you put up the pictures. And since you weren't there taking pictures, you know. So here's different photos that I've added that, if you click on them, you'll see them get bigger. See, Craig uploaded these. Thank you very much, even though, you know, not necessarily his, but they're owned by the New Zealand Skeptics. This is kind of a fun one. So I'm going through picking out pictures. I don't know anything about your organization. I don't know anything about your group, but I'm doing what I can to kind of find stuff. Anybody in this picture? They recognize themselves. But there he is, Marcus. I'm trying to, as the editor trying to pick out photos, I'm trying to find photos that represent your group. And it's kind of a hit or miss. You know, I want to make sure everybody looks like they're engaged in whoever's on stage. I want to show photos that kind of represent the group. I want to show, I don't want to have a lot of logos, like if this had a Starbucks on here or something, I don't necessarily want it on there, maybe I'd have to have it photoshopped out. But these tell the story of the conference. Here's a dinner in 2015. I wanted pictures of people who didn't have mouths of food, and you know, as best you can find people's faces, smiling, engaging. You don't want it to look like you're having this boring conference. You want to look like you're having a fun conference, and that this is the place to be, and this is a great thing. You know, it's advertising. So then we went in here. We've added your Skeptic of the Year awards. Hopefully, we're going to have another entry in here today or tonight. Right? We're getting to know who the next winners are, and hopefully, I'll be able to update that. The video recorded tonight of the person receiving the award is documentation that we can use as a citation to prove that somebody received an award. And I'd like to be able to start putting photos up here of each award. So if we have Daniel and Mark's Hannah's, a photo from them receiving an award last year and the year before, I'd love to be able to start a little area right here. Bravo Awards. Here's all the people who won the Bravo Awards. These are live links. Apparently, oh, this is really an awful page, I think. Look at, this is just like, there you go. One citation, seriously? Is this really represent this group well? Does this look respectful? Does this look like anybody cares about this group? It's sad. And that's what I'm trying to get at, is that if we don't have their backs, nobody does. And I was able to put in here, I think, did I add it? This one here. I added an award section, a Bravo Award. So again, I'm leaving breadcrumbs for people to find. So if somebody found this group's Wikipedia page first, they might be able to go over here and say, what's this award? And they would find the New Zealand Skeptics page. So I'm trying to get people to come back to it. And then not only from the New Zealand Skeptic page for the Bravos, I should have looked at this before, but the Ben Spoon Awards. So again, I was able to kind of go in here and, let's see if I can find one. I haven't looked. I was trying to find, oh, I think I looked at that one, it wasn't there. I was trying to find I don't know who this person is. Is this person important? House of Representatives. Okay, so if I look on here really quick, Bent Spoon, okay, maybe I didn't get in here. I didn't do everybody's because there was only so much time to do this, and then things get removed. So let's try another one. Consumer Magazine, let's see if they have it. Whew, look at that. Find, nope, not in there. So maybe they've been removed, I don't know. But just for time. So what I was trying to do is put a link from Phil Goff, whoever he is. Find Ben Spoon. Oops. So what I was trying to do is put maybe I didn't get to him. I was trying to put a link on their page that they won a Ben Spoon and a link back. So kind of a way of shaming them a little bit. You know, not only are you going to get bad press, but possibly your Wikipedia page will too. So this is something that still needs to be done. So this is Mark was talking about homeopathy in New Zealand. There's a page for that. There's not much on there, but obviously this needs to be updated and made longer. And here it has the New Zealand Skeptics Organization took part in the 1023 campaign. And the 1023 campaign also has a Wikipedia page. We have participated on this page and added things. This is for my group in Monterey. And we went through and put these in. But you know, people haven't been putting up these pictures in places where we can find them so that we can get them uploaded. Not necessarily find their pictures, but we have to find the person who owns the photo, who can then turn around and go through the hoops to put a picture up on Wikipedia. So I've uploaded some photos, and I was going to upload another photo for you right in front of you so that you can see. And anybody who's taking pictures today or has any pictures to create, definitely. I have Wikimedia is the actual owner of Wikipedia. It's Wikimedia. So on Wikimedia Commons, you would have to make yourself an account. And then once you've made an account, you'd sign in, and then you're going to upload a file. So let's upload a file. Now, we've created, my editors here, Julie and Harold, have created 4 pages that we've uploaded in the last couple days. Tanya's, Mark Hanna, Mark Bryan, and Andrew Digby. And 2 of them were surprised today who did not realize they had a Wikipedia page until they told them a few minutes before their lecture. So that ought to be interesting. And they probably have quite a few concerns and like, what the heck? So whether those pages remain, I don't know. We're going to have to see. We got them up and going, and so that they would be here for this conference, so that I'd be able to do this for you. And the photos I'm going to upload are ones I've taken in the last few minutes, and one of them I just took and I haven't uploaded yet. So I'm going to upload that in front of you. I I've saved it. All I've done is saved it onto my desktop, and it's going to be, and JP says stood right there and took this picture. Now, these pictures can be changed. I'm doing this for obviously to show you. One of the things I found is I've spent 34 years as a baby photographer, is that you don't wait around to take a picture. Somebody says, I'm going to get back to you with that, I'm going to do it someday, oh yeah, I'll email you it. No, 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 it's done now. That's my philosophy. And if it can, because it can always be redone and done better another day. So sorry, Andrew, if you don't love this picture, we can change it and add something else. This is my own work. It's the easiest way to upload a photo. I'm sorry I'm doing this a little faster than probably normal. I would have this, I have video on how to do this that we send to people. And I'm just going to type in a category, skeptics, because for time. This is Andrew, right? Andrew Digby, JBY, at New Zealand Skeptics Conference. Right here, there he is. Okay, I wasn't sure, maybe he left the room. Never leave the room when I'm around. Okay, so I'm uploading the photo is uploaded. So this is on Wikimedia Commons. I have given Wikimedia Commons permission to use my photo. It's now common, what's it called, common? Creative Commons. It can be used anywhere. He could use that for publicity. He could, somebody could add it to a magazine. It could be whatever. It's done. So that kind of thing. So there's that photo. I have uploaded a few more today. As we can see, Tony there, hi, and a few more. So while Mark Bryan was speaking today, the Wikipedia page that we created for him did not have a photo. So I went and took his photo, standing right there by the curtain, and there was a nasty little gap right here in the curtain, right? Come on now, let's go a little faster. See, it's a very low resolution photo, but when I uploaded it, there was a gap in the light whenever I took the photo. And so I went back to my table with and I took this as my iPhone 7, so it's not like a super, you know, it's not like a DSLR, which is in the hotel room, I forgot to bring it. But Sterling said, I like that photo, except that that gap right there looks really awful. And I said, oh, darn, I'm going to have to Photoshop it, or I'm going to have to go over here and take another picture. He's already lecturing while we're doing this. So I went onto Facebook, I uploaded the photo. I said, can somebody quickly Photoshop that for me? Like, one of my Facebook friends says, done. I re-downloaded it, and then uploaded the Wikimedia Commons so that that gap isn't there. And I mean, doesn't that look nice? That's pretty darn nice. It's a low resolution photo, but that's okay. Because it's just for Wikipedia. It doesn't have to be like created with art. Okay, so there's his Wikipedia page. Pretty freaking awesome. This Wikipedia page is better than most Wikipedia pages of anybody in our community in a lot of ways, because it just really looks great. So there's Mark Bryan. Let's go over here and upload a portrait of Mark Hanna. Now I'm going to caution you. This page right here has been marked for deletion. Don't panic, don't panic. Okay, so if this gets deleted, and it's possibly because of notability, who knows? We'll look at it later, we'll sort through it, but that doesn't matter to me at this moment. He has a Wikipedia page, which is still a beautiful page, and we'll sort through this. If it gets deleted, we have everything saved, and once we fix whatever needs to be fixed, then we'll just add it in and put it back up again. I mean, what? He's born in '89. How old are you? 10? I mean, I'm sorry, no. He's got some time still left in him to fix this. So let's do this real quick. We're going to upload a photo for him. I'm going up here to this edit screen. See where it says edit? And this is the edit screen. This is where it all happens. All the magic happens. Oh, darn, I don't see that on here. Okay, so I don't see my code. So I'm going to do what I do all the time. Let's go over here to Mark Bryan. I'm going to steal from his page. This is how I edit. This is how I train. So I'm going to go into the info box. I'm going to take out the code that says right here. Do you see how I'm doing that? Control C. Sorry if I'm going too fast. Once the video comes out, you guys can just slow it down, and I will be talking very slowly. Okay, so we don't want want Mark Bryant's picture up on Marcana's photo, right, on his page. So I'm going to go over here. Timmy's. Not enough, actually. And I'm going to find his photo. Did we already upload his photo? No, I didn't upload his photo. Yeah, but I thought I'd uploaded the photo. I didn't do it. The one I just took a few minutes ago. So let's upload that. So upload. Where are you? I didn't just do it right. You know what the problem is? There's too many darn Marks. Sorry, I like the name, but come on now. There are other names in the world. Name your child something else.
John.
Yeah, like John. That's helpful. Okay. This is awesome. You know, the Wikimedia Commons page, look at this. You've got picture of the day. There's media of the day. There's some of the most amazing photographers are on this. Oh, why am I not doing this? Why am I not seeing what I just had a minute ago? Somebody see it and want to yell it out for me? Oh. Yeah, well, let's... Sure. Well, how about you just try this? Choose file and see if this does it. It's not the cheat screen that I usually use. See it? There's DB. Oh, I know Mark wants to see his picture on his page, so let's get this darn thing done. He's sitting in the front row like a good student. Okay, so. What's time? Okay, so we're going to pause on that for just a second, and then I'll do it in a minute.
Are you logged into Facebook at the moment, Susan?
Yeah, but it's...
I can message you a URL to the one that's
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Right.
Just the URL is all I need. Okay, so just PM it to me. So, okay, Mark, we'll deal with that in a second. Who's this? This is the other Mark. So we need to copy this out again, right? Because we're going to go over and we're going to take Tanya's page. And Tanya, we're going to do something a little bit different. Look at Tanya's page. No photo, nice Wikipedia page. Let's see what happens with this. Let's go to edit. And I'm going to... Okay, thank you. Now I'm going to pop this in here. Oops. All right, Susan, come on, hit the right buttons. Okay, so Tanya has been uploaded. We have 2 photos of her. Hope you like those, Tanya. Like I said, if not, I believe we can make it go away with a nicer photo. We can actually sit down and take a nice photo. Or you can upload a photo for me, which would be nice. And then you can pick something you really, really like. Okay, so I'm going to take this one right here that I took. I love this curtain. Isn't this great? Okay, so I'm going to do is just copy this. This is the URL. And Tanya's right here. Paste. And I would be able to write here a caption, like I write New Zealand Skeptics or whatever I want to write in that little area. I'm going to come down here, I'm going to put add photo. And then I'm going to hit show preview to make sure I did it right. Didn't add it to mark somebody else's page. See? Nice. Way better page, right? It looks so much better when it has something like that. Let's make it a little nicer. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here. Back down. I didn't save this. This is not live yet. And I teach you all this, right? So I look like I'm doing this really, really fast, and I am trying to because I want to get as much done as I possibly can. And I'm going to insert a photo. See the little photo right there? I'm going to come back over here to where I've uploaded Tanya's photos. And this really nice photo of her with her cool looking outfit on. I don't want this to be her main photo. I just want this to be her. I'm going to copy the whole thing where it says file. I think that's how to do it. I am completely self-taught. So if anybody is panicking saying, oh Lord, I can never do this. It really isn't. I taught myself how to do this, and then I've made a billion mistakes, and then I learn from everybody all the time how to do this. So let's see. What do you want to call it? Tanya, where are you? Where'd you go?
She's gone.
She's gone? Oh my gosh. What do you want to say? We can say anything. So, caption, somebody quick.
Tenure in the classroom.
Oh, we don't want to use her first name.
Oh,
That's too personal. Let's put 2016, and this is so easy to change if we want to. And then now I'm going to go down here and preview it so you can see what we've done. There she is. And I can move this to the left, to the right. I can fuss with it a little bit. Let's make this live. Okay. So if she's home now trying to, in her car, on the drive home or wherever, going, what did they do? What did they, oh my gosh, those photos. Okay, so Tanya's done. And let's go over here to Facebook, private message. And Mark had uploaded a photo. Hannah had uploaded a photo, and Mark, honey, oh, that's a nice photo. And then, and then he went and told me that this is here. This is way nicer than the one I had uploaded of you, I think. Okay, so we need to, wait. Oh yeah, it's right here, so we want this one. There, that's you, right?
Yep.
Okay, so, preview, add a page, add a photo. Show preview. Nice. Now, I think maybe, just maybe, the picture I took of you might be a little better only because it's cropped in and it'll be a nicer photo. I mean, that's a beautiful photo, but it would be more, it would fit on the page maybe better. But that's, you know, it's a personal opinion because, like I say, I'm a photographer and there's little things bug me, but I think that looks great. So we've gone in and we've added some photos. Now here I was trying to do this when the lecture that we just had on the music was so interesting that I was kind of distracted and I was trying to download a video converter and I didn't get it done in time because I was listening to what he was saying like a good person. But what I was going to do is I was going to take this video, and I haven't looked at it, I shot it while you guys were listening to something earlier. Let's see if it'll open really quickly. And I was just going to upload this to the page for New Zealand Skeptics just as a surprise for you all, but just a picture of you guys in the background watching Richard, and just shows the audience, it shows the whole conference. And I have to convert the file because it doesn't want to, it has to be like in a free version. So I was thinking of doing that. I like those kinds of things because it's the back of your head, so I don't really have anybody's real face in the picture, and I don't have to worry about certain things. So if I get that converted, or if somebody wants to convert it for me quickly, then I would, not this moment because we don't have time, then I would upload it as a video, and I would just put it on the New Zealand Skeptic page and just put it right there. And it's kind of like a nice way of saying, here's the 2016 conference, and here's how it just looks, and somebody can look at it, and I think it's different than, it's more fun.
Susan, just quickly, when you got me to upload the firewalking video recently, I found there was a tool on the Wikimedia Commons website where you could upload a video in any format and it would convert it to the formats that it's...
I know, I tried doing it, wouldn't do it.
Oh, really?
No, I just
It's
tried
actually
doing
a really
it.
good tool. It takes a few minutes to do the conversion. But...
No, yeah, I have to do it, but I didn't have it. Like I said, his talk was so darn interesting. I didn't really do what I was supposed to be doing, which is, I was paying attention. I'm so...
What is that? So I did mark deletion.
Oh, okay, so Harold, do you want to say what you think is going on with the deletion thing? This is Harold's page. Go ahead and stand up.
Sorry. I think the issue that we've got is no...
Come over here, so that you're near the video camera. And he's going to bring you a microphone, I think. Harold and Julie came to me from the Brisbane Skeptic Conference that I attended last year. So they're only, what, 8 months you've been with us?
We're pretty green at this still. There's a guy in Sydney called Greg Nelson who's a real whiz at this sort of stuff. And I've been talking to him, and we're pretty sure, and I thought it was going to be a possible problem anyway, it's notability. And so if you have a look at all of the references that I've got, and it's pretty well everything that I can find online, it's all pretty much from what I've already started talking about, trying to get the details of the Skeptic of the Year award, so we can link to that actually says from the skeptics, this is why he did such a good job and this is why he was worthy of Skeptics of the Year. That sort of thing is that third-party endorsement, if you like. Somebody's written it, you can then look at that, they look at that and they say, this isn't self-promotion, right? And so as soon as you get that sort of information, then that notability becomes less of an issue. And that's where I was talking before, that every single one of your Skeptics of the Year, any of the speeches you've got, any of that information, you've got to have on your website. because then we can get that and we can download it, it's there into Wikipedia, and all of a sudden all of those problems start going away.
And it's even better if we got, thank you, Harold. These guys have been awesome. They've been working behind the scenes for days. Actually, to create one of these pages, this is hours and hours and hours of work. But it's a loving, fun thing. I remember whenever they were meeting you all, Andrew today, we went and talked to him. They said, we are such a fan. We just fall in love with the people we create pages for. You just can't help it, because we learn more about the person than you can absolutely imagine. I think we're almost at time. Is the best here? Is there any quick questions that we have? Yes.
How did that come to be signaled for deletion? Who does that? Or is there a process that just...
There's more senior editors who, that's their whole focus. There's people on Wikipedia, all they do is correct like the word your and you are. Yeah, okay, go into talk. Oh, seriously, mouse.
So if you go into talk,
This is the talk page that is on every Wikipedia page, is where editors discuss things. And they didn't put anything here. So when they do,
there was, I'm not too sure.
it's gone. There you go, right there.
Sorry, I'm not.
No,
I
it's not
went
there.
on and I actually had a look,
It's not there.
and there was some stuff there.
No, you're talking about Mark. You're talking about Mark. What
Mark
did we
Hannah.
go? No, there was another one that was marked today. Oh, I don't know.
No, it was not Hannah, that's.
Okay, I guess it was. So there
Anyway,
are more senior editors who do that.
You'll notice in the talk that my. Sorry.
This is a talk page. Every Wikipedia page has this.
So my login is Harold W1954. That gives you an idea how old I am. And that's mine. And when you actually have a look, there's the person's name who actually, their Wikipedia logon, who actually did the edit. And now somebody will flag it. It's been flagged as a new one. Somebody's gone and looked at it. We try and get around that a little bit by having some of our senior guys do it, and try and just sort of, we were trying to sneak these in under the radar. Yeah, we'll see how we go.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Yeah, we know. We don't win every fight.
We need to just put a photo up on that one.
Oh, yeah. So is it up?
Yeah, you put it on to...
Okay, so let's put this on here. Thank you. And there's a question back there. Go ahead and ask me that question, and I'll be happy to answer it. It's like right there. Hi. Oh, she needs a microphone.
No. But just, I'll come to you. We're actually thinking that this is so good and you guys are all so into it. We're wondering about holding the bus up till 6 and to give you a bit more time. Well, I'm going to go and see. I don't know, I'm not in charge of the bus. Is that what you guys would like? Everyone? No?
They're hungry, I guess.
They're hungry? Okay. Right. Okay.
I can easily, like I said, I'm happy to sit down with anybody and talk to them.
Yeah, well, I think the bus isn't actually literally here till past, so but if you guys...
Well, if you want to walk out, if people want to walk out, that's fine, I'm cool with that.
So when you do something, they know it's you've done it?
Yes, because I'm logged in. Every edit that I've ever made is public. So whenever the paranormal community comes after me for doing something, which happens all the time, well, no, it actually doesn't happen all the time, but they say, oh, you're picking on us. So when they do that, it's so obvious. You just can go look. It's not hard to find this stuff out, but they don't. They don't even check. They don't even check.
I'm wondering, guys. Sorry, I'm wondering if maybe we can continue this tomorrow. So after the end of the conference tomorrow, we have the really boring Skeptics AGM. But I'm going to try and last as little time as possible. And then if anybody's still around and doesn't have a flight to catch, probably at about 4 o'clock tomorrow. I'm sure if Susan's up for it.
Well, I'm going to be talking about this grief vampire tomorrow.
Yeah, but tomorrow afternoon, after the end of the conference, we'll run another workshop.
You can brought me all the way from California. I'm all yours.
All right, so if anybody's really interested, we'll do another hour or so from 4 p.m. tomorrow.
And yeah, give me all your questions and you can meet later. But isn't that beautiful? Doesn't that look so nice, you guys? That is so awesome. You like it? Is it okay? Like he would say he didn't like it. He's a good guy. Okay. So we done? No? Yes? No? Think so?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so see you later.